professionals.
Thank you.
Squad. And we hopefully look forward to working with other faculty as well. I will say, first of all, that, COVID has been a terrible global pandemic for all of us. But the one thing that I will say that it has done in the last year is really elevated supply chain and logistics careers as a growing opportunity for talent. And so all of you who are here today because you are interested in learning more about a logistics designation, good for you and congratulations. This is definitely going to be a growing area going forward. And we're so pleased. We've worked with Chehra so closely. She's fantastic to work with. And we're so pleased by the relationship because Acsenda is the first fully accredited institution in BC that now offers a program that allows students who complete the BBA to also graduate with an industry recognized designation. So all I wanted to do is bring greetings from CITT, and I am going to turn it over to Chrissy and Maria to go through the program and hopefully answer many of your questions that you may have about pursuing this at a perfect and opportune time to be doing so in the market.
Thank you, Pina.
All right, folks, I will get us started. I'm Chrissy Aitchison, the Director of Innovation and Strategic Projects with CITT, and I will be doing a lot of the talking today, so apologies for how much you're about to hear my voice. Maria will largely be available for the Q&A section at the end because she really is going to be your main contact when you connect with CITT, and she is very much the expert on how you go from your program and become a CITT Certified Logistics Professional. So first of all, a little bit about CITT. A CITT is a not-for-profit professional association. So we were founded by industry way back in 1958. And today we are Canada's most experienced provider of logistics learning, certification, networking, and business development opportunities. And we're here for individuals, businesses, and anyone who's looking to network, to do business development, or to build a successful career in logistics. So CITT's primary offering for individuals is the CITT-Certified Logistics Professional designation. This is industry's most well-known and widely held professional designation that is focused specifically on logistics. Acsenda School of Management is our first fully credited partner of CITT. So what that means is, among other things, BBA students can now enroll in courses directly through Acsenda that meet the full academic requirements to earn the CCLP designation. So now you can graduate from your program with both your academic BBA credential as well as an industry recognized professional designation, or at minimum, significant advanced standing towards it. So we're going to go into a bit more detail on that in a moment, but first let's talk a little bit about professional designations in general and the CCLP designation in particular, particularly for anyone who may not be as familiar with the distinction between degrees and designations. So professional designations are different from academic credentials in a few ways. Because they confirm not only your academic achievement, but they also talk about the combination of academic and practical experience, and also a commitment to professionalism and a chosen career path. So while academic credentials are granted by universities, colleges, and other types of schools, professional designations are granted by industry associations that have a direct connection to a network of professionals and companies who are working in that relevant industry. The CCLP designation is what's known as a voluntary professional designation. So unlike the CPA, which you need to hold in order to do certain work, CCLP is a little bit more like being a project management professional or a certified HR professional, in that it's not required to practice in the field, but it's sought by professionals who are looking to differentiate themselves amongst their competition in the marketplace. From the employer perspective, academic credentials reflect your accomplishment from a moment in time. They're a very important part of your credential suite. However, professional designations almost always require ongoing maintenance. And so what that means is you're going to continue to participating in professional development and learning throughout the course of your career. So they show employers that you're committed to staying current and educated, not just on what was happening at the moment you earned your degree, but also what's happening throughout and what's evolving and what's changing, new laws, new technologies, and new best practices. So professional designations confirm that the holder has both acquired the competencies and completed any education required to originally earn the designation, and also that you have a practical experience applying that knowledge in the industry. But also in the years after you graduate from your BBA program, a professional designation will confirm that you've committed to continuing professional development as well as ongoing ethical professional behavior. So if you're interested in earning a professional designation, you might want to learn a little bit more about why you would pick the CCLP designation in particular. Well, obviously the fact that you have access to a fast track through our partnership with Acsenda is a pretty good starting point, but there are better reasons to become a CCLP. As the original designation for logistics professionals in Canada, the CCLP designation is the most established, highly valued, and respected credential in the industry. It's held by professionals at all levels of seniority working on both the service provider and the service user side of supply chain logistics. You'll find CITT-Certified Logistics Professionals at every type of company that is impacted by supply chain logistics, including companies on the shipper side, companies that deliver transportation, distribution, and logistics services, as well as ancillary service providers. So holding the CCLP designation can set you up for a really broad range of career paths, including future transitions through these different areas in the industry. It also puts you in a better position to negotiate a higher salary, to access advancement opportunities, and to have improved job protection during turbulent times. So if you would like to earn the CCLP designation, let me just explain to you how the partnership between Acsenda and CITT works. It puts you on a fast track to becoming a CCLP. So in general, there are 3 requirements to earn the CCLP designation. Individuals must complete 5 specialized logistics courses. They must have either a degree, diploma, or at minimum 5 courses in business management topics, and they need to have 3 years of experience working in a relevant job. So Acsenda BBA graduates who complete and earn a grade of at least 60% in all 5 of the CITT accredited courses that are now available as electives will receive all the course credit required to earn the CCLP designation. Because we've accredited the program, there are no additional exams or assessments required, unlike many other designations where even graduates of accredited programs will still need to take a certification exam. So some of you may already have 3 years of experience in supply chain, transportation, logistics, or a related role. And to be very clear, both Canadian and international experience definitely count towards this requirement. However, a lot of you will not yet have pursued a career in supply chain and logistics. And so we just wanted to make sure that you know that if you don't yet have that experience, you can definitely log it after you've graduated. We do have what we call articling participant CCLP candidate status. So once you complete your program, if you haven't got the work experience yet, you can apply to become an articling participant and immediately access almost all of the benefits of membership until you hit that level of requirement in order to earn the designation. So through the partnership between Acsenda and CITT, you're also going to have access to the benefits of affiliation with an industry professional association right away while you're still completing your program. So any students who enroll in the CITT accredited elective courses will also be enrolled as a student affiliate in CITT's Canadian logistics community. So that means that throughout your studies, you're going to have access to many of the exclusive benefits that CITT would normally only offer to our paying members and to learners taking courses directly through us. So we're just going to run through some of the benefits that come with this package. So you will get a digital card confirming your status as an affiliate in this community that can be easily shared on social media. There's also a whole suite of benefits that come. So one of the things that people get most excited about is you're going to receive invitations to networking and community events. Obviously, this is a little different this year than it has been in most previous years. when we're able to safely gather together in person again, you'll receive invitations to local networking events and receptions hosted by both our Vancouver local area council as well as our national team. But in the meantime, of course, we're using all the technologies and platforms available to us, like we're doing today, to continue to host events online. And these are events where you can connect not only with your fellow learners and people in academia, but also logistics professionals and employers from both the current region that you're in and across the country. You'll also get early bird registration and special student pricing if you would like to participate in any of the professional development events that are hosted by both CITT National and our local area councils. So in 2020, of course, we had to move our major annual PD event, which is Canada Logistics Conference, online, and we will be doing the same again for both our upcoming spring event, which is focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and also our 2021 conference that's happening in the fall. We are hoping to be back to in-person events in 2022, but we do actually plan on continuing to use everything we've learned about technology so that we can also deliver content virtually. So in the future, you'll have the ability to join events in person, but also if they're in a region that you can't easily get to, we're going to continue to have virtual participation opportunities. The other thing that comes with your affiliation in the CITT Canadian Logistics community is, of course, you'll receive communications from us regularly, including an e-newsletter and a learning opportunities digest, just to keep you on top of what's happening in the industry, what's happening in the community with your fellow participants, and any upcoming opportunities to participate in events and learning. Another part of the Sorry, I think I was muted for a second there. Another thing that comes with the package is the opportunity to join CITT's Logistics Essentials webinar series. So this is something that is made available to CITT-Certified Logistics Professionals as part of their membership, but otherwise individuals pay $75 per webinar. We offer at least 6 of these annually on core logistics topics, as well as special presentations from our industry partners. And you will receive access to attend these for free as part of your student affiliation. Finally, this is something new that is coming soon. This spring, we're going to be launching a dedicated online version of our community where students, CITT logistics professionals, and everyone in the Canadian logistics community can participate in discussions, can network and connect directly with other participants from across the country, can share resources and information, including job opportunities, and much, much more. So this is scheduled to launch sometime in the spring. We're hoping for mid-May, and it will be a great enhancement to both the in-person events that we've hosted over the years, the virtual events that we're hosting now, and it just gives everyone who's connected to this community a permanent home base to interact with each other and keep the networking and learning going year-round. So that's just an overview both of what comes with this partnership that CITT and Acsenda have, and also what you need to do if you want to earn the designation within this partnership. So as far as next steps, if you do sign up for any of the accredited courses, we will automatically enroll you as a student affiliate, in which case you're going to want to watch your email because we'll have to send you your login information. So if you have the ability to make sure that emails from citt.ca don't go into your spam folder, that would be something that you might want to do. And of course, if you have any questions about the relationship, you'll have your contacts at Acsenda, but Maria Merjani is your contact at CITT. So now you can have a break from the sound of my voice, and we will open up the floor to questions, and Maria and Pina will also be available to answer those questions.
Thank you, Chrissy, very much. So I will invite all the participants right now to ask any questions for the group, for our team members of the CITT national team. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ingrid, and I have a question. You were saying that there are 5 subjects that Acsenda student has to go through in order to get into the program of CITT. So, if, for example, in my case, that I'm in the last terms in Acsenda, I think that I don't have 1 or 2 subjects because it's not part of my concentration. So, how it be supposed that I'm going to be able to do the connection or start this program between CITT through Acsenda?
So if you may allow me, Chrissy, to step in. So Ingrid, I'm more than happy to look at your program plan and see if you do have any outstanding upper level electives that you can still take. If you, you will be eligible to actually include those in your program. So once you graduate, you have 2 options. So either you come back to Acsenda and then to take those classes with us, or you can certainly register to these courses, for these courses through CITT, because they do offer these courses as well online. So Chrissy, correct me if I'm wrong, so you do offer them in an online modality. So Ingrid does not need to actually physically go to CITT and take them, so which is fairly convenient.
Yeah, that is correct.
I'm more than happy to connect after the session and then look at your program plan and see if you still have some room for additional upper level electives.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a bit of a transition phase, obviously, since the accredited courses are just coming online now. So anyone who's finishing their BBA and hasn't had the opportunity to take those courses as part of their original plan, we can definitely connect with you, connect with your sorry, I didn't quite catch the term, but the learning plan, is that what it's called?
It's the program plan. It's the academic program
right.
plan.
So we can all work together to figure out what the best solution is to get you those credits, whether it's a combination of taking them with Acsenda, taking them directly with CITT, but we'll definitely help you figure that out. And yes, our online courses are offered 3 times a year. Our next semester starts in May, and then the one subsequent to that starts in September.
And well, fortunately or unfortunately, you're in a graduating class. And so obviously this is meant as a go forward relationship. And this is going to be that one transition year. So we're going to be quite flexible and work quite closely with Chehra and Acsenda to make sure we give you access to those courses.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Marky. Thank you very much for being here with us. I really appreciate this new association. My question is the next one. I am from BHM, so I don't have any of these subjects that you need, but I'm interested in taking them. So how long it will take me to do these 5 courses?
If I may interject, Pina, so BHM students are welcome as well. So this is an opportunity that we currently offer to all ASM graduates. So the good news is starting T2, we'll be launching our first course, but moving forward, meaning starting T3, all 5 courses will be offered at a time. So you can complete it as early as, I would say, 6 to 7 months. So if any of you is interested, then I would highly recommend you to join Mr. Fuad Ramazanov's course in T2. So he'll be teaching the very basic lower level electives. So we are trying to prep the students for the upper level electives. And one of the requirements is operations management. So you have had at least a BADM, you need to have BADM 202 to be able to step into the program. In case you have prior knowledge or further experience and you feel that you can enroll in the program concurrently while you are enrolled in BADM 202, feel free to just send me an academic appeal. I'm more than happy to go through an interview process because we've done it before. So it's a common process that most post-secondary institutions have. I use it myself at Simon Fraser. My colleagues use it often at KPU and BCIT, so I'm more than happy to implement it. It will be new. It will be, again, there's a transition period. So just to Pina's point, we're very ready to work with students at this point to further evaluate capabilities to join the program.
Thank you very much.
I have a question. These courses will be available in our program plan as a subject, as an elective subject.
Correct. So eventually, so your first step will be to come to me directly so that I can actually redesign your program plan. So 3 out of the 5 courses will be classified as lower level electives, and 2 of them will be upper level electives, meaning that they will basically can be used as a substitute to any upper level electives that you have with us at Acsenda. So I'm more than happy once you actually register and then you become a member, a CCLP, a CITT member, and you basically confirm your affiliation with CITT, we'll automatically redesign your program plan accordingly so that you will use these courses as substitute instead of our own Acsenda courses.
Thank you.
Well, just to clarify, the CCLP courses you will be taking actually are Acsenda. They are all offered at Acsenda. Just for those of you who are graduating, you can still either join the courses or we'll work with you with Pina so that you can register in the CITT offered courses. But we will make sure that you have access to those courses as needed.
Yeah, I think Ruth has a question. And you're muted, Ruth.
Oh, yeah. Good morning. Actually, I'm interested with the pathway. However, my concentration right now is HR, and also I want to pursue HR. But I've been working in a logistic company for 15 years already. Is it considered as in the 3 years requirement?
Well, absolutely. The great news that I received from Maria and Pina lately is that even your international experience can actually count toward the 3 years requirement toward the CCLP designation. So right now, the only thing that you will need is to fulfill the educational requirements, meaning those 5 courses that we offer. And you will, of course, through the official membership with CITT, you will be qualified to become a CCLP.
Okay, so in this case, I will just add as an elective this.
Absolutely. So again, I will have a follow-up session after this session for all those of you that are interested. You know where to find me. I serve currently as the Dean of the Business Administration Program, and I will again type in my email address in the chat. Feel free to reach out to me. I will have a follow-up drop-in session. May not involve Maria. If I need you, I will reach out to you, but this is more internal so that we can work the logistics of the registration process that will be launched you to. So yeah, remember, our registration at Acsenda is still open. We're still registering and enrolling students in courses. Fuad Ramazanov will be teaching the first level. So it's managing transportation systems. So he'll be teaching it in T2. In T3, we will be, like I mentioned, offering 4 out of the 5, because we'll have Sasha Ramnanir teaching transportation law with us. And then in T4, we'll have all 5 electives offered at the same time concurrently. So if that's the only thing you have remaining before you graduate, I highly encourage you. Well, you can't take them all at the same time, but I recommend that you start somewhere, so that you're eligible to register for the upper level electives.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Chehra, I would love to join the next session, just so I can understand the timing of the course delivery, and I'll be able to assist the students, Acsenda students also towards the CCLP. So feel free to send me an invite anytime.
I will. I'll be more than happy to. Thank you, Maria. So on that note, since registration is maybe coming to a close very soon, I may have to hold that follow-up session sometime early next week. So just anticipate a communication coming from me very soon in regards to the particular timing and meeting details for that.
don't know if it's possible, Chrissy or Chehra, we're really not prepared for this, but you know, I have been pleasantly surprised by the turnout here today. So there looks like there's a lot of interest here. Is it possible to do a poll just to see how many people are truly interested in exploring that? Chrissy, do you know how to operate the poll section here?
No, Chehra is, I think, is the host. She has to generate a
Oh,
poll.
she has to. I thought she made Chrissy a co-host, but
Yes, so Chrissy is currently the co-host. We have several co-hosts. We have Chrissy, Kevin. So I will.
and sorry, I hate to throw that on you last minute. So if you don't know how, don't
No,
worry.
absolutely. So I will invite Kevin to kind of start the poll.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure, I don't have access to poll.
Yeah, I think it might
Yeah.
only be hosts who
Be
have
wholly host, yes.
either. Yeah.
So it might just be you, Chehra. You might have to go and create a poll, and maybe it's just how many are interested, and you say yes, no, and then people can just literally go in and complete it.
It looks like Kevin's the host now, so I think he can probably do it if his menu items have changed.
We have 2 hands raised.
One moment, please. Yes, while we answer those questions.
Yes, we see your hands. Just give Kevin maybe a second to do the poll, and then we'll take those 2 questions if that's okay.
Poll settings. I'm not seeing poll settings here.
And honestly, that's okay. I sort of threw it on you.
What we can do is, yeah, let me see if I can.
Well, meanwhile, maybe we could go to Nicholas's question.
Sure, Nicholas, and then Laura. I saw Laura's hand up as well.
Hello. I have a little question. There's a fee payment, but that payment is for to join the membership.
So while you're a student, it's included as part of our agreement with Acsenda.
Yes. Yeah. But that is for the FITT. Is like the forum is the same.
So once you've graduated and you apply for the designation, then there is an annual fee separate from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And another one, what happened with the international student outside Canada? Because they, well, in my case, I can travel just to Canada. I could apply to this or until I arrive to Canada.
No, you can apply internationally. We do have international members.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I forgot to mention a very important piece of a detail about the registration in these courses. So there is a very small fee tied up to your course registrations, but this time around, we asked Acsenda right now will be covering those fees the first term. We may extend that offer even in T2, in T3. So I highly encourage you to join. So it won't cost you anything to register in the classes, but normally would have an extra $25 a fee with every course that you register that is CITT certified or that will serve toward your CCLP designation. But that fee will be waived for you, and the institution will actually sponsor the students who register in T2 and T3.
And I think Laura also had her hand up, although I've lost her on the screen.
Yeah, but Nicholas already covered my question. Thank you.
Okay.
We also have Milena raise her hand.
Good morning. I have a question. Following the Ruth question before, she mentioned like she has like a lot of years of experience in the field, but what about the people who doesn't have any experience at all in the logistic field? Like, do they have to wait until complete like the 3 years experience in order to get the designation, or how that all works? Thank you.
Before Maria, I would like also to like kind of add to that question. Maybe some students, they understand the experience exactly in the area of logistics, but that work experience covers more than logistic roles, right? If you had experience in supply chain roles, like a buyer or procurement or this kind of like type of jobs, that may also qualify. Can you also, like Maria, explain like what kind of jobs qualify for that job experience requirement?
Yeah, for sure. Because for everybody's information, the industry is huge. Like the transportation, logistics, and supply chain is a huge industry we're in. In fact, we have members and students who's working in the government, in banking industry, in retail, in pharmaceutical, which you all know right now. It's a huge industry, and so all sorts of actually jobs related in those companies or in that specific industries, or like a packet of that industry, actually we acknowledge those work experience. So it can be as an entry-level position to, you know, senior supervisor and up to the CEO, VP, or senior management. So what we normally do is for anybody who have completed all the academic requirements and do not have the 3 years industry experience, we automatically put them in as an articling participant, and then we actually connect, because that's why we really wanted to have that information from the school to be able to continue communicate with you and monitor, like, you know, how long or probably how many work experience you have. And then when the time comes that you have the 3 years in the industry experience, we'll be able to like assist you and, you know, usher you to applying for the CCLP. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. I hope I answered that question.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. And feel free to, you know, send me an email or give me a call if there's any additional question that you may have, even after this, because I know there's so many information that we actually gave you today, but we're happy to assist you anytime.
I have a follow-up question with regard to Maria's what Maria said, that because I'm a practicing nurse, but I used to be in a purchasing before, back home in my country, and I also I had also been in a salesperson in a hospital marketing, so I don't know how it would help me.
Sounds good. We do acknowledge prior experience for sure. And now that I'm pretty sure, like, as you continue to take these courses, and if you decide to, you know, probably shift or like do switch to the supply chain logistics industry, then we will add to the experience that you have in the purchasing. You mentioned the purchasing work experience that you had. We do acknowledge those past experience for sure.
Purchasing, and I was also into
the sales.
marketing. Yes, sales in the hospital marketing.
If you're at all unsure, Maria is very, very approachable. So we get requests all the time where people will send us their resume and say, can you take a look at my work experience and what qualifies and what doesn't? So
sure.
You know, it's hard to answer based on the general description that you've given, but typically when we go through that process, we do ask for a resume. And once you highlight the logistics or supply chain experience, we do give credit for that.
Thank you.
There's a question from Anna.
Oh.
Hi, my question is, in the case that we don't have any experience at all in the field, it is possible to have a kind of coach. So about what kind of works can we look for to begin to create the experience?
Do you want me to answer
Sure.
that?
Go ahead, Chrissy.
For sure.
Yeah, I think what you'll really enjoy that's part of this this partnership is that opportunity to join the Canadian logistics community. You know, that's where you're going to have an opportunity to not only network with your fellow students in the program, but it's going to connect you to people who are already working in the industry, both in British Columbia and across the country, so that you can start to get to know, start to build your professional network and get to know what different types of jobs are out there, what different types of companies have supply chain logistics roles, who's hiring, and start to see, what might fit your interests and your skill set best. So we would definitely recommend that if you sign up for these courses, that as soon as you get your access to participate in the community, start attending those events, start participating in the online discussions when that platform launches, so that you can really get the most out of the experience, because that's the sort of, the supplement to the learning content is really the networking and getting to know people in the industry and getting to know the employers in the industry. So that would definitely be a help. And one thing that you will find is CITT's membership, the people who already hold the designation, are a really, welcoming, friendly group. And so, when you connect with them at those events, they are more open than people I've seen at more cold networking events that don't have that community layer to them, to, getting to know you and, hearing about your experience and hearing about your background and, perhaps offering advice. They're not necessarily going to be able to offer you a job, but they can offer you advice on how you might look for a job and who you might talk to and what companies you might look at. So it's a pretty special group. They're very collaborative, they're very welcoming. And so I think that that's one of the really big benefits of Acsenda partnering with an organization like CITT is, you have this great academic foundation, you have this great group of classmates, and then we can help connect you to the people who are working in the industry as well.
Thank you, very clear the response.
And someone in the chat was asking for Maria's contact information. It's mmerjani@citt.ca. And it looks like Chehra was able to get our poll up. So
yeah, there was a technical glitch. The Zoom had issues this morning. So please feel free to it's a very simple question. Do you wish to pursue a CCLP designation so that we can have roughly a count for the, to plan a little bit for the follow-up sessions? So if you can please go ahead and provide a response, that will be very much appreciated.
And while people are doing the poll, I see we do have a hand up, a very patient hand. Yes, Fritzl, I don't know how you pronounce it. I apologize if I butchered that.
So thank you. Good morning, everyone. So for my first question, so we had mentioned a while ago with regard to the fees. So like in grade, I'm also in my last term right now, and I'll be finishing my degree by the end of this month. So I'm interested with the designations. I was just wondering if how much would it cost me to get the specialized courses with CITT compared to the ones that I'm gonna go back to Acsenda and take those 5 courses?
Yeah, Maria, go ahead.
Yep, for sure. So for each of our courses, it ranges from 800 to 900 each, depending if you want to take the course with a hard copy textbook or the PDF chapters of the textbook. I can write your name right now. You can also find it in our website. But if you can also send me an email about those details, I'll be happy to send you more information. But it ranges from 800 to 900 per course.
That's great. Thank you.
So if I can add to that, so it's definitely cheaper to take them with CITT. But for those of you who have to take electives as part of their graduation requirements, I highly encourage you to take them while you're Acsenda, because you will end up paying for the same course, but will just fulfill just your graduation requirement. So for those definitely who graduated, highly encourage you to follow up with Maria, because there's a significant price difference there. So feel free to reach out to either one of us. Again, you know where to find me. And there is a plan to return to campus. It's not confirmed yet by October, so you will be able to see me physically on campus on October. But if not, I'm always happy for one-on-one meetings, either through QList system or through phone.
And Chehra, are you able to share those poll results? Wow, great.
So I see a great interest here, which is great news for them. It's a really, and I highly recommend everybody to pursue the designation. The way the world has gone since the pandemic, you see that everything is about logistics. I know many businesses started, and I know of a student who started his own business in logistics after the pandemic because of the what happened, and then the surge in demand of different goods and services to be sold online. So I highly encourage you, for those of you who want to further look into it, read more about it. Again, you have me, you have Fuad, you have Maria, you have Sasha. He's more onto the legal aspect of what to watch out for in case you want to become a young entrepreneur, and then the legal aspect of it. But I highly encourage you to reach out to me as a main point of contact. Then your secondary point of contact, of course, is your instructor. Feel free to reach out to them anytime. So Fuad is himself a CCLP, our newest CCLP here at Acsenda. So again, congratulations one more time. So feel free to reach out to us anytime as needed. So do we have any questions?
Yeah, we have two more hands raised, Abby and Ed.
Hi, sorry, I joined it a little bit late and I missed some information. I'm wondering if this has been recorded and if it will be shared.
Yes, it's currently being recorded and it will be shared with the entire ASM community.
Okay, thank you.
Ed, you have a question?
Oh yeah. Good morning, everybody. I have a quick question. As I heard before, most of my classmates are also going to finish our programs in the school. My question is, what happens if we apply for this new career, and do we have to pull off our postgraduate work permit application? Because as far as I know, if we are still studying, we cannot apply yet until we totally finish our programs. So in that case, it means that if I register for this new program, I still have to put off my postgraduate work permit application until I totally finish my program.
I'm afraid I have to redirect this question to Henrique Gia, who's the registrar, who knows a little bit more about the regulations than I do. But my assumption will be you may be able to take classes with CITT because that's a different entity than Acsenda. But I'm more than happy to look into it between now and then, our next follow-up meeting, and we'll have an answer for you. But I will look into it, and I will come up with an answer by our next meeting.
Okay, and I can augment a little bit. You know, I obviously don't want to give any opinions about your study permit and those sorts of things, but we actually do have a couple of international students who are in the United Arab Emirates whose study visas expired. They're waiting for a new one, but in the meantime, they're actually taking our courses online back at home with the hope that when they come back, they will have the designation and be able to secure employment. But again, I think the proper answer is to get you specific information about how it applies to your study visa.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Pina.
I have a question. The last question is, I would like to know, like, what about if you already took all the elective that you need for the program? Is there any way to incorporate those courses to your program, or it has to be just elective, or you have to add it? Or
so let me see if I understood your question correctly, Monica. So you're asking if once you decide to pursue the CCLP designation, if those new electives will be incorporated in your program plan?
No, I'm asking if what about if I already took all the elective courses that I need for my program, and then I just have to take the courses that I have to. Is there any way that I can incorporate those courses, or they're just elective?
You're always unfortunately they won't be used as substitute for the core courses to complete your degree program, just for compliance reasons. But you're more than welcome to register in the elective. I have actually many students who are willing to postpone their graduation until T3 to actually register for these electives. But again, another option is to register through CITT, because it may actually be more beneficial to you that way. I know how much funding and it matters to you, especially when they're about to graduate and you had to pay a large bill for Acsenda. So I'm more than happy to redirect you to CITT, because they offer these courses for more competitive prices.
Sure.
Right.
And Monica, when you're at that point, feel free to reach out. Like Chehra says, I'll be happy to assist you and direct you or help you get the designation as fast as I could.
All right. Thank you, Maria.
There's 3. Ruby.
Yeah, hi, good morning. This question is directed to Dr. Chehra. You mentioned earlier that we are going to take the elective courses in T2 or in T3, that we need to pay only a minimum amount for the elective courses. Is that correct?
Well, not exactly correct. So there is a fee associated with every single course, additional, that CITT is entitled for. So that $25 fee that is additional will be waived in T2 and T3. So because the Acsenda will be covering those fees for the initial cohorts who will join the program. But as to the as far as the actual course fee, that will not change. That will be just comparable to any other course that you take at Acsenda.
Got it. Thank you.
Manpreet, you're next.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations, Acsenda, for this partnership. I have a question because, I have done my electives transferred from I have done my back country. So I just want to ask if we are already transferred the course, can we eligible for this certification or not? So some of my electives are transferred already from my home country because I have done masters over there. That's why I have a question.
So in this case, that we'll have to go back and then look at it individual to see if there is any room for additional electives that were not transferred, because I know that changed from concentration to the other. I know some concentrations allow for more number of electives than others. So I'll have to actually closely look at your case and then see if there is room for other electives. And if there is, we'll definitely recommend you to register for those. But the additional electives, you will have to actually add them to your course package at Acsenda here in order to qualify for a CCLP designation.
Thank you.
So just send me, Manpreet, just send me a text message or an email, and I'm more than happy to follow up with you individually.
Yeah, sure, I will email you with the details. Thank you.
And Nicholas, I received your email. I'll respond to it after this call.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
So before I maybe turn it over to Dr. Chehra, I just want to say a pleasure to meet you virtually. I look forward to maybe welcoming you, many of you, to the CITT community. It's a fantastic organization with, as Chrissy said, a very warm and welcoming cohort of professionals. Good luck on your studies, and please reach out to us. We're very accommodating and open